Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just relaxing here on the hill. It's a beautiful day. You can see my beautiful bush hogging work that I did yesterday, and this has been pretty much my office because we don't have internet, and the best place that I can get cell phone reception so I can upload my videos is right here on top of the hill. Not a bad place to work, but it is very hot out here, so excuse the sweatiness. I've been working hard today and it's like 95 degrees, so what can you do? But anyways, we're gonna do the day one breakdown for the James River. This is a video that, at first I was really not stoked on reliving that whole tournament, but as I kind of put this together, I can appreciate it. I think it's really important to kind of relive some of the hardest and most difficult and most challenging moments that you have on the water, or anything that you do athletically or competitively, and so I actually have found a lot of comfort in watching these videos, because I know that I'm not fishing at my best. I know that I wasn't making good decisions based on instincts, but rather emotions. And so yes, really bad event overall, and you guys are going to see what was the best of the 2 days right now. And so just kind of set up this deal. James River is not a fishery that we go to very often at all. In fact, I've never been there. And the Pro Circuit hasn't been there since, I think, 2003 or something like that. The Opens go there quite a bit, so there's a little bit of information on the James, but really not all that much. The one keyword that I heard from everybody was the Chickahominy, and during practice, we had 2 days to break down this vast river, fished everywhere from the Patamotics or whatever you call it to the Chickahominy, and even down further, into some areas that, the mouths of the creeks have saltwater intrusion. So fished everywhere, found one area in Upper Chipokes, the creek that I kind of liked. Really practice was pretty awful. I never caught a fish 3 pounds plus, and so I know going into the tournament I wasn't really that confident in my ability to go catch those bigger fish that everybody was talking about. So anyways, we are starting the day at the Upper Chipokes. We're making that long run, so let's go ahead and start this. It was man, it's so weird how GoPro footage just makes your boat look like you're going so slow. I mean, we're going a good 68 miles an hour, maybe even 70 miles an hour right here, and it looks like we're going like 30. It's crazy. This is of course the mad dash to your fishing areas, and here we are pulling into Upper Chipokes. There's a few things that I liked about this creek. Number one, big creek. It had a lot of different features to it. It seemed to have better than average size during pre-practice, but not necessarily during official practice. And I just assumed that I could go in there and really just fish around and fish everything in front of me and make something of it. Doppler, come. He's kind of threw a peach over there. I just wanted to eat it. But anyways, so here I am starting the morning out. We've got some major thunderstorms rolling through behind me at this point. And I gotta admit, I was really starting to get scared. I got knocked out of my zone for sure from the lightning. I didn't realize I was so scared of lightning, but I really am. But I didn't realize it until here, and you could see it just all of a sudden started raining, and these were huge drops of rain. I mean, these were like quarter-sized drops of rain. It was crazy, and I mean, it was so hot. There's no need to put on a rain suit at this point. It's either get wet in a rain suit from sweating, or just let yourself dry off once the rain passes. But you know, I had got a lot of bites in practice on a you know, Super Spook Junior, and that's what I'm throwing right here. Just bone, you know, changed out the hooks with some Hayabusas and just covering water. And I got a ton of bites in practice. And here we are with the first bite, and this was like an hour in, which for me was like kind of worrying me a little bit, because in general you're catching a lot of fish. So obviously not a big fish, but with the 12-inch minimum size, you know, he easily went. All right, and so now we're kind of changing our approach a little bit. You know, the tide is falling at this point, so started throwing a chatterbait on the main creek drop. So you have this really shallow drop that's got some mixture of submergent vegetation, and then you've got a drop that goes into the main river channel. Threw a white and chartreuse 1/2-ounce jackhammer on that with a diesel minnows trailer. Man, that's I caught probably 60 or so fish on that throughout the week. I caught a lot of fish on a chatterbait doing that, but I never caught one over 1 3/4 pounds. It's the craziest thing. Pretty frustrating, actually. And this right here, I believe, yeah, I picked up a Sling Blades spinnerbait from Z-Man, a bluegill colored one, with 2 gold willow leaf blades, and just started winging that around. This creek was a little bit clearer than some of the other creeks, and I just didn't have as much confidence in that just very, very bold white and chartreuse chatterbait. So here we are, we switched gears a little bit. Now we're flipping a 3/8 ounce cross eyes power finesse jig. And catching one of my better fish of the day. You know, I figured that I really wanted to start hitting some of these isolated pieces of duck blinds and any type of hard cover that I could find that maybe isn't part of a long stretch of bank that somebody else was fishing, because there was a good 15 to 20 boats in this creek, and that's a lot for one of these smaller creeks for sure. Again, we're flipping that power finesse jig. And this was like a series of posts that went way out. Another fish. That's how we do it. And we're flipping a black and blue, and we're using an Okeechobee Craw trailer on it. Weighing every fish. Sucks to be weighing such tiny fish, but you gotta, especially when you're catching a lot of fish, you gotta stick with your cull program, and that's what I do. Weigh every fish. You know, at this point in the day, I felt like I was fishing okay. You know, the lightning really got me pretty frantic. I was not fishing good while the lightning was striking around me. But at this point of the day, I felt like I was starting to fish okay. Right here, I believe I'm switching from a swim jig. This is a straight channel bank, or a swing channel bank rather. And I'd just seen on that white or that bone-colored spook that I had a 4-pounder come underneath it and swirl at it, and it didn't even you know, break the surface. So something was off. So I got in my box, ended up tying on a bluegill colored Sammy, and that ended up making a big difference. And this was 2 or 3 casts after making that change, and this is the biggest fish not only of the day but of my entire week, which is just insane to me. It's insane. I had the same thing happen at the Potomac last year. There's some ingredient that I'm missing with tidal fisheries, and I'm really excited to learn about it. But anyways, that is the footage. That was really you just saw the 5 fish that I weighed in. I caught a lot of fish that day. Not a ton, you know. I only had like 20 bites that day, which was below par by all means. I was catching, you know, 30 plus every single day in practice. Way more than that, actually. I could get up to 50 bites. But never ended up getting any big bites. I mean, obviously that one, that last one was a 2.93. Okay fish, but you want a couple bigger than that in your bag to be doing anything in this tournament. So really disappointing day. Ended up having 10 pounds 4 ounces, which had me down in 100 and something place, but still had potential for catching, you know, the 16, 17, 18, you know, even up to 20-pound bags. But I had to switch up my game plan because everybody that was in Chapokes Creek only caught up to like 12 pounds. I think there was a couple guys that did pretty well in there, got a few big bites. But for the most part, everybody else was in that kind of mediocre weight range. And I definitely did not catch, you know, the fish that I needed. But anyways, that is my day 1. If you guys have any questions about it, of course, drop a comment below. Again, thank you for all the support, and make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you out on the water, and we've got day 2 coming up on Friday.